The media in the United States is playing a very dirty game. It is using the unfortunate shooting at Buffalo, New York to somehow stoke hatred against all whites. In this video, I will tell you what liberal media is desperately trying to hide. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am Atul Mishra, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI Global channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Let's begin. It was bound to happen. The Biden administration has been feeding a snake in Ukraine. Joe Biden has pumped billions of dollars into Ukraine over the past 2 months. Now the snake that has been feeding has struck back. In New York State's Buffalo, 10 innocent lives were taken by a mad neo-Nazi who entered a shopping mall in a predominantly black area and live-streamed the massacre that followed. The main suspect in the Buffalo shooting, 18-year-old Peyton Gendron, killed 10 people and injured at least 3 others in what is being called a white supremacy-inspired racial crime. Be that as it may, American media is not telling you the entire truth. Interestingly, prior to launching the murderous assault on innocent citizens, the shooter released an online manifesto explaining his ideology. The manifesto prominently featured an alternate version of the black sun, and images circulating online showed him wearing it on his clothes. Therefore, the shooter's neo-Nazi ties and inclinations have been established beyond doubt. However, what kind of a neo-Nazi was Peyton Gendron? You've heard about Azov Battalion, right? It is the neo-Nazi armed outfit that the United States has been financing for years now. More so since the Russia-Ukraine war broke out. The black sun that the shooter used is also the Azov Battalion's insignia. The gun he used had a racial slur on its barrel and the number 14, a white supremacist slogan. Now guess who the Buffalo shooter was inspired by? The man drew inspiration from Brenton Tarrant, a neo-Nazi who carried out a terrorist attack in Christchurch, New Zealand in 2019. He too had a black sun symbol inscribed on his rucksack. Interestingly, in 2019, American media did not shy away from reporting on the connections between Tarrant and the Azov Battalion. This time, though, American media is following the agenda of complete silence and complacency. Not one major American media organization has reported on the potential inspiration which Azov Battalion gave to the Buffalo shooter. The most sinister part of the media's coverage of the Buffalo shooting is that it is being portrayed as a crime stemming from white supremacy alone. That most certainly is not the case. Peyton Gendron's white supremacist proclivities arose out of his neo-Nazi ideology. The neo-Nazi angle, however, is not being reported by anyone in the United States. For years now, the Azov Battalion has served as Ukraine's most formidable weapon against Russia. It has a sophisticated force and is also in possession of lethal weapons. Currently, though, the Azov Battalion has more or less been destroyed completely by Russia. Important to note is the fact that the Azov Battalion, which officially displays the Nazi SS emblem, is described by the Kiev regime as a volunteer battalion of territorial defense. It is a National Guard battalion under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The US has over the past several years provided military aid to Ukraine to strengthen the country's National Guard. The Azov Battalion is a part of Ukraine's National Guard, which effectively means that the United States has been funding and arming this neo-Nazi group that is accused of employing and training children to wage a war against Russia. The question that now arises is this: is the Biden administration stopping American media outlets from reporting on the neo-Nazi angle of the Buffalo shooter and focusing on his white supremacist inclinations alone? If so, the health of media in America is worse than what we thought.